On June 22, 2025, a Sunday service at CrossPointe Community Church in Wayne, Michigan, nearly became a mass tragedy. But thanks to the courage of faith and security, disaster was diverted. Here's what happened and how lives were saved. At around 11:06 a.m., 31-year-old Brian Anthony Browning, wearing tactical gear and carrying an AR-15 style rifle as well as a semi-auto handgun, began firing from the parking lot outside the church during morning service. Inside, roughly 150 congregants were in prayer when gunfire ran out, including the kids in the church's summer camp program. Panic erupted as people ran for safety. As Browning approached, Church Deacon Richard Pryor sensed danger, feeling what he later described as a divine calling. He drove his pickup truck into the shooter to slow him down. That split-second intervention brought precious time. Moments later, security guard Jay Trumley and team member returned fire. Browning was shot multiple times and pronounced dead at the scene by Wayne Fire Rescue. Trumley, the security guard and team member, had been running late but got to the parking lot just on time. Had he not have been so late, he would probably not have had time to react. He later said it was muscle memory from 10 years of training, adding that he still is not sure who landed the fatal shot. The shooter was later identified as Brian Anthony Browning, a 31-year-old from Romulus. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and his body was taken to the Wayne County Medical Examiner's office, where his identity was confirmed for a personal ID that he was carrying. Authorities noted that Browning had shown no serious red flags prior to the shooting. However, they did note that he may have had been dealing with a mental health crisis and that he had attended services at this church before. During the confrontation, one security guard was shot in the leg. He was rushed to the Trenton Health Center in Wayne, where he underwent successful surgery and was released days later. No others from the church were harmed, a rare and hopeful outcome. Local, state, and federal investigators launched a comprehensive investigation with support from the FBI and bomb squads. Pastor Bobby Kelly Jr. praised the security and deacon for saving countless lives, credits God's hand for protection, and acknowledged grief support from other churches. The church now plans expanded safety protocols, trauma counseling, and a formal emergency response strategy. What could have been a super deadly massacre was stopped by community courage and preparedness. A single act driven by a deacon's impulse and a guard's training saved lives. If anything reminds us why security, awareness, and care at places of worship matter, this is it. Today, we honor those who stood on the front line to protect, and we remember the lives they saved. My heart goes out to the people in Michigan, expressing the energy and the saying we have to protect one another. Michigan, from my views, is a kind state, and the majority is always willing to support others, to smile at others, to be kind to others. This is Strawberry Ink. Until next time, stay safe, stay vigilant, and take care of one another. Have a good rest of your day, and God bless you.